Sir Frank. Again, thank you for allowing us to have this interview. Can you tell me a little bit about your family life?
Okay, sir. By the way, good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, my illustrious brothers. Originally, I'm from Cavite City. I came here in Canada 2000, and um, and my wife, she's the one who sponsored me here. She's a dentist by profession, and I have one daughter, 23 years old. She finished human biology and psychology at University of Toronto. It's two major courses. And right now, she's the current president of Rizal Youth Canada. And my wife, she's a active member now of Ladies of Knights of Rizal and a former vice president of Kababayan Rizalista.
Oh, that's very impressive. It looks like your whole family is involved with the Knights of Rizal. How did it start? That
Oh,
how did you involve your family in the Knights of Rizal?
yeah, first, when I joined the Knights of Rizal last 2002, I become active before my home chapter is Toronto, and even though we're only a few members then, because our members, the pioneer members there, are old, and they're inactive. So as time goes by, so I become active, and I said, oh, this is good, because being a Knights of Rizal, being a love of I love my motherland, being in motherland, and also you're propagating and inculcate the good teaching of our national hero. So I said this is good also, especially my family, especially my daughter. She was born and raised here, so I encouraged them to join. First, my wife to join the Kababaeng Rizalista, and my daughter. I teach her first about Dr. Rizal. If I can give her the whole details, I asked her, "Oh, you can check the Googles about Dr. Jose Rizal." And my daughter said, "Oh, you know what, Dad? I read all the lives about Dr. Rizal, and it's very impressive." So that's the start.
Yes. The web was really helpful.
Yes, Sir Alvin. The technology nowadays. So if you forgot something, and then the technology will remind you.
That's
So
right.
all the information's gathered there. So it's easy for her to know more about our national hero and become interested. And she said, "Oh, Daddy, okay, if you're planning to organize the youth, I'm in, and I can invite my friends." Because in his school she has a lot of Filipino friends there, and now I talked to my during our regional meeting on June 6, 2015. So we start to build up the youth here in Canada. So now I think we have around uh, 20 to 25 active members, of
Wow.
all comes with my through my daughter's friends in
Very
Kampu.
nice. How did you start? I mean, where did you get your support? Did you get your support from the international headquarters? Did you have to talk to certain people in the Knights of Rizal in Canada or elsewhere to do this big big project?
Honestly speaking, sir, the youth, it's so hard to build. It take me hard time, because all the youths here are born and raised here in Canada. They don't know about Rizal. They don't know about our culture there. So what I did, I meet all the, for example, my daughter's friend. There are around six of them, seven of them. I meet them in one place, and then I give them a brief orientation with regards in about the youth that were planning to organize. And then they said, "Oh, I think it's interesting." And then once I got them, And then I spoke with my regional command was the region commander, and he said, "Oh, Sir Frank, that's a good idea. I need you. We will support you all the way." So that's the start.
How did you do it? Did you do it through sports? Did you do it through food? Did you do it through parties? I mean, there has to be a come on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, actually, I yeah, invite them in a restaurant for a lunch. For a lunch. I think that's the time during my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
So
So
during
when
his
you have a captured audience, they're right there.
yeah,
They can't
we
go anywhere.
yeah, that's a good timing. Yeah, I just look for a perfect timing for them to because sometimes you have to look for a good timing for that.
That's correct. That's correct.
So so during that time, we're in a Filipino restaurant, Mayat's restaurant here. So I talked to them. I said, "Oh, you know what? You want to involve in this? We're planning to build an organization, a Filipino organization, and for sure your parents will be happy because it's a Filipino uh, thing because the parents want them to learn and to know more about good culture back home, especially our national hero. So what I did is I invite them in a picnic too, in sports fest. I teach them how to play our native play such as luksong tinik, taguan, hiding. So they're so happy. They're so and that's the
Nice.
starts everything. So you have to think something that you can convince them, and then from then, so everything we have an event such as Rizal birth anniversary and Rizal martyrdom. They're there. Actually, last 2019, they're the host of before the pandemic. The 2019 June 19 and 2019 2013. They're the one who run the event. And also, all they have to do is just to involve first their family. If they have daughter, they have grandchildren, or niece or nephew, as long as 20, at least 15 to 25 years, they can do what I did.
Hmm.
To involve family first. Comes to the family first, right?
Yep. And
So
it's also nice that your regional commander is very supportive of
oh
your
yeah,
effort,
very
and
supportive.
they have your back in a way. Now, aside from support, moral support, did the Knights of Rizal, your organization there, the Knights of Rizal there, did they give you any kind of other support except for aside from moral support, like maybe financial,
Oh yeah,
maybe they do participate in programs that you have by being uh, resource speakers, or stuff like that.
yeah.
How do they support you aside from moral support?
They're very supportive because last I think I don't know if I remember this last 2018 when we conduct youth leadership training for the youth. We invite some resource speaker, and we prepared some food, refreshment, and after that we have some fellowship for the youth, knights and ladies. So they're very supportive. Right now, last year, we able to help the Kaparis. They asked us, the Kaparis back home, because we were counterparts. So the Rizal Youth Canada region, they able to send some portable Wi-Fi for the less fortunate Kaparis youth. They're back home. I think we're able to raise around 100,000. So 100 per portable Wi-Fi is 1,000 pesos that they can use in their online class. So they're very supportive from region, from the chapters. They give a contribution as long that as long that about youth. they're very supportive, sir.
Very nice. Now, let me ask you. Let's go to Jose Rizal. In your research about Rizal, what impressed you about Jose Rizal? What's something that you made you think that Jose Rizal is a big deal? Jose Rizal is truly deserving of being a national hero. What episode in his life?
Also, he opened his eyes to become patriotic to our motherland during the young age, during the execution of Gombursa, Padre Gomez, Padre Burgos, and Padre Zamora, who was executed on February 17, 1872 at Cavite, the mutiny. So his elder brother Pasiano witnessed the event, witnessed the execution. So he tell the whole story to Dr. Sersa. I think he's only 10 years old during that time. And at that young age, he started to love our country, our motherland. So that's the starts.
Um, you've been a member of the Knights of Rizal since 2002,
Yes, sir.
and now it's 2021. So how much has the Knights of Rizal changed in your assessment?
During the time when I joined Toronto chapter, I think we're around 20 25 members, but half of them are old. So they have this health issues, so they cannot perform anymore. So that time we decided to stand on our own foot. So I did this 2009. I chaired this event fundraising because during that time, if you remember, the Ondoy, the devastated, kill more our fellow kababayans back home. So I decided to fundraise this 2009 Ondoy, like dance party, and during the time, the proceeds goes to the Ondoy victims. So that's the first time I shared a big event, and then the second time, 2012, which is the I think it's a 10th Commanders Ball. So I'm the one also who chaired that event. It's a big event. All of the chapters coming from East, uh, from Eastern region, Western region, and Central region were the one hosting it. So it's a big event. So I also chaired that. That's the time we started to get on inactive again, on back track.
Oh, very nice. So really, sometimes when you have an aim, a project as a group that kind of rallies everybody and makes them involved and thus
Yes.
making you more active as a organization. Now, in all that 19 years in your Knights of Rizal and counting, do you have a night, a specific night that you look up to, that it's a model night for you?
Oh yeah, I have this one. He's not a Filipino. He's a Canadian. He's a policeman here. His name is Sir Doug Ord. He never been in the Philippines. He never married to a Filipina, but he knows everything about Jose Rizal. He knows everything about Philippines, about culture. He knows everything. Actually, when I joined, I actually 3 years a 3 years member of Knights of Rizal. He became our chapter commander, and I become his deputy chapter commander. He's so nice. He's so hard worker. Even though in the middle of the winter, he will come to my work just to say, "Oh, Sir Frank, I just want you to remind that oh, we're having the meeting like that." I said, "Sir, you can call me or you can text me or you can email me." No, I just want to come personally, just to remind you. That's hard worker he is. And um, and then he take a vacation to the Philippines. He goes to Luneta, and he goes in every museum just to do a visit to our national hero. He went to Calamba, visit his house. He went to Luneta. Everything about a Dr. Rizal. He's a very uh, very fan of Dr. Jose Rizal.
Um, why do you think Rizal is appreciated by non-Filipinos? Like what happened to Mr. Sir Doug Ord.
Yeah.
Why is there a fascination? What do you think is the reason for that?
Maybe because, sir, he traveled. He traveled around the world. He traveled Europe, traveled Asia, Australia, so Africa. So I think that's, you know maybe because he knows that he has read the books like that, about pertaining to all his journey, in every walks of life. Even in Canada, I think in Niagara Falls, he went there. Actually, he has his own monument there. He own a bus there. So I think Sir Doug maybe that's more inspired him to admire the Dr. Rizal through his travel, maybe. Yeah.
You did say that you're in that 19 years of being in the Knights of Rizal, you had your ups and downs. You had a phase when everybody was moving on, and the young ones are, which was you, coming in and starting to stand on their own 2 feet, support themselves because the older generation has moved on. If you could redo uh, the Knights of Rizal and you have a magic wand, and you are gonna be creating the perfect Knights of Rizal chapter, how would you describe that?
For me, if I actually, sir, this is a good question, because when I'm during the time when I'm a deputy area commander, one of my tasks, one of my objective, or one of my dreams, is to form my own chapter, which my own initiative. So I formed this chapter, Etobicoke chapter. So I'm the one. Actually, this is a defunct chapter. It's a dormant. I think last this chapter Etobicoke last active is the 1992 or 93. Yeah, I only deactivate. I only activate the chapter, and well, the one I look first is see to it that they're committed. They're believed in the teachings and the good idea of our national hero, and also they're have to be a good standing. And same thing, when I invite them, when I have my prospective members, because for you to be able to form a chapter, yeah, it has to be 9 members. So
Yeah, back then.
back then, yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Then I did the same thing. I just give them uh, free orientation about the mission and vision and the
Yes.
purpose of Night of Rizal, and then I invite them in events in Commander's Ball, like the dancing. Sometimes we have the kapihan, this kapihan in Tim Hortons. I don't know if you're familiar with Tim Hortons here.
Yes, we have
Whenever,
Tim Hortons here in
oh, you have
Ohio
them,
too. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so we have kapihan there every Saturday morning. I invite them. For me, just to give them a more knowledge, more info about Dr. Rizal, because the one who's there is all our past region commander, uh, the old members, the pioneer members here. So therefore, I can give them a more ideas that might become interested to them to join the order.